I cannot believe it has been over a year and 40,000 miles since we picked up our 2025 Rossmonster Baja. We picked it up in mid-June of 2025. It is now mid-July 2026. And so far, we have absolutely loved the Rossmonster Baja. What I want to do in this video is talk about our experiences over the last year. We get a lot of questions from people. What exactly is this? Is this kind of like RV life now? Is it more like van life now? Is it still overlanding now? What does living in a F-350 chassis Rossmonster Baja look like? We have reached the point where we are now traveling full time in this, and spoiler warning, it's been perfect for us. So let me walk you through this real quick. We've done a full walkthrough video, so I'm not going to go through all the details. We did a whole walkthrough video when we got it, but I do want to share with you just our experiences with it, kind of how we've got it set up, some of the modifications that we've done to it over the last year, and kind of the impact those have made, and then kind of share my thoughts on how much we love this thing. The Rossmonster Baja is based on the Ford F-350 platform, comes with a 6.7 power stroke engine. It handles the weight and everything that we have ever asked of this thing without any issues. It tows the Gladiator without any issues. Just really happy with it. One thing Rossmonster does is they put on a 3-inch lift Carly suspension, King reservoir shocks, and the suspension on this thing is phenomenal. It soaks up the washboards. There's very little body roll to it. It handles, the high winds on the interstates and stuff. All that, it does great. These are built in Longmont, Colorado, just north of Denver. And if you ever get a chance to visit there, highly recommend it. How they turn these things out is just really incredible. But Rossmonster takes the Ford F-350, no bed, completely builds the boxes here on the back. It does have pass through into the cab, so you do have complete access from inside the cab into the living quarters in the back. It's got this massive bumper on the front, 20,000 pound come up winch, and I'm pretty sure I could take out an elk with this bumper, maybe a moose, but it's just been incredible. Inside, we have loved the Ford F-350 layout. Very comfortable to drive, both on and off road. Very comfortable driving long distances. It's just a great setup in there. Ford really did a good job with the interior on these things. The fold down MaxTrax table here is one of my favorite features on this thing. It gives you a place to, kind of create a workbench here, an office, set my laptop up here, drinks, lights, fans, whatever. Absolutely love the drop down table there that stores the MaxTrax. On the back, we've got 2 storage boxes from Rossmonster. This side is kind of the camp side. It's got tools, stakes, these traction boards for leveling, air compressor back here, the Morphlate, camp mat, lights, all that sort of stuff is stored in this box. Then in this one, this is where is kind of the working area. So this is where I store my extra def, water hoses, electrical hoses, recovery bags, cooking. The camp scuttle here acts. This is kind of the working area. The trays on top do allow for a full propane tank. Got kind of a backup generator over on that side. Inco 4x4 trash bag that we don't get to use very often because I use it more to hold up the Roadmaster tow bar for the Gladiator than anything. On this side, you've got your shore power. You've got outside water access for an outdoor shower or, you know, place to rinse stuff off. We did add the Ironman 4x4 ensuite, so we have an outdoor shower. And this is my favorite shower in the whole wide world. There's nothing like taking a shower outside. You know, just with views like this as you're showering, it's incredible. Let's go inside. It does have a full bug screen here. I love this because these little pieces right here are just magnetic. So to get in, when you've got the bug screen down, you just pull that open, and then when it drops, it reattaches itself. Inside, we've got plenty of room for the two of us, plus Izzy and Milo. Us and two Frenchies fit perfect in here. We do have indoor shower. Kara enjoys taking indoor showers. Honestly, with my 6'1" broader shoulders, it doesn't. I can take a shower, but it doesn't. It's not like just a lot of space in there. But this is where the dry flush toilet goes. Also, where we kind of store things like dog food and water, extra drinks, that sort of thing. Towels and stuff we have hung up there. It's for me, it's more of a kind of a closet storage. For Kara, she actually uses it as a shower. But I mean, there's plenty of room in here. We do have 12-volt AC, pneumatic AC. It doesn't do a great job of cooling this down when it's like 95, 95 and above. If you're standing right here underneath it, it feels amazing. But if you're back there, this AC, if there's one thing that I could change on this, would probably a different brand AC that perhaps can be more efficient, but also cranks out more air. But this one can't quite cool down the space if it's really hot. I do have a microwave. This actually gets used a lot more than I thought it would. Over here, 2-burner induction stove. I actually love this setup. It does great. Big isotherm fridge down here. Let's see if anything can fall out from driving on the roads. Nope. Lots of room in there for all of our stuff. And then this is trash, utility, pots and pans go in the back. Typical kitchen drawer there. Things like trash bags, paper towels, a little vacuum cleaner, wipes, all that sort of kitchen storage, cleaning storage is under there. Big sink. Nice countertops. We do love the countertops in here. This one was, I think the last of their custom builds. So the butcher block counters, the kind of grayish blue cabinets. We love the look of this thing. Tons of storage up here. This is kind of kitchen pots. I mean, plates, bowls, cups, and stuff go there. This is my kind of my spice and oils and cooking cabinet here. This is the pantry. Got it stuffed full of bread and all normal pantry items. This one is Kara's main closet. Pack everything in packing cubes. This is her secondary closet. So this is like her winter gear. This is my one closet, typical husband and wife house. Again, packing cubes. This one is kind of catch-all storage. We've got games and stuff in here. Obviously a whole bunch of hats, security stuff. Occasionally we'll put little decorations down there, but that's kind of catch-all storage there. And then there's storage back here in these two cubbies. That's where we keep extra blankets. Most of our winter gear, coats and stuff go in there. Kara's going to kill me for not putting the pillowcase back on the pillow for this video, but that's okay. A little storage cubby here, which is, there's an outlet down here for charging phones. Every outlet has USB, extra little touch lights for reading lights up above the bed. Whoops. 2 Max Air fans. One there. And then one here. Those do great. We can, make one blowing in, one, sucking air out. Open the windows, create an amazing amount of airflow through here. Great visibility throughout all the windows. So, really great livable space. So that's just kind of a quick overview of the Rossmonster Baja. Things that we have done to make this more livable for our situation. In here, we did put this is a really comfortable mattress, but we put an extra little 2-inch foam topper on it. This thing is so comfortable. We absolutely love this mattress. I probably prefer sleeping here than I do at home. Not just for the views, but this is a really comfortable bed. And inside, that's pretty much it. We did add the paper towel holder and the towel rack, hooks here and there. But for the most part, internally, we haven't done a whole lot in here. For power, this is where we've got 930 amp hours worth of power here. Under this cushion here, it's where all the Victron brains live. And then under this cushion here, that is where the water storage and the Aqua hot water system lives here. This cushion and this cushion does have about 6 inches worth of storage under there. Kind of little boxes that, just allow you to put little things under each cubby. So things we have done to make the Rossmonster more livable for us. First of all, we swapped out the tires. This thing came with 37-inch Toyo MT2s. Great tire if you own a Jeep, but for the Rossmonster, they were insanely loud. So we have replaced the tires with 37-inch Falcon Wild Peak AT4Ws, and this is a much better tire for this application. They are an E load range, so they handle the whole weight of the vehicle, and it's just a much better tire for this. Handles the dirt roads, handles mud just fine. Obviously, we're not rock crawling with this. Not doing like super hard technical trails. So the Wild Peak AT4Ws is a much better tire. We had these tires on Kara's Grand Cherokee back when she had it. They impressed the heck out of us. So we got rid of the Toyos as soon as we could and knew that the Falcon Wild Peak AT4Ws is what we wanted to go with, and have been very happy with those. Inside the cab, added the 3W floor liners. This didn't come with anything. It came with just the carpet. So knew we had to have some sort of protective mats to, contain the dirt and be easy to clean. We've been real happy with the 3W floor liners. Had them in my Jeep first, and when I realized that this did not have any type of floor liner in it, immediately knew wanted the 3W. These things, like I said, mount to the factory locations, fit in here perfectly. They have these deep grooves so they contain all the dirt and give you good solid traction when you're out on the trail. And they're super easy to clean. All you got to do is hose them off, and boom, they look good as new. So super happy with the 3W floor liners. In here, we've got Anvil Overland dash bar. So we've got these in our Jeeps. We reached out to Larry at Anvil Overland and said, hey, can you do one of these for the Ford F-350? Within a week, he had a prototype to us. And after a couple tweaks, this is it. So phone mounts on each side. Added the Midland MXT 575. That's up under the dash. So radio mount, GoPro mounts. Just a good way to keep all of our normal stuff, phones and radios and stuff secured on the dash. Because obviously you can't see out the rearview mirror in this thing, we did replace it with the Wolfbox Tri-Pro, and this has been perfect. I can now see traffic right behind us. If I need to, I can switch to front cam. I can switch to the bumper cam. So that's that. There you go. There's bumper cam, because the big giant, let me see if I can switch this. Yeah, the big bumper kind of gets in the way of the factory camera. So I positioned the Wolfbox so I could see see much better there. So definitely like having the Tri-Pro. But the rear view mirror is definitely the main thing that we wanted out of that. In the back, we freed up a ton of space by removing the seats and putting in a goose gear seat delete. I did a whole video on that, and then taking it to Extrusion Overland, where Alan fabbed up these molly panels for us to store these Inca 4x4 bags and just have some extra storage. You can never have too much storage. And just, I mean, as you can see, we've got this thing full. I do have a bunch of extra stuff in here, you know, carrying a bunch of gun stuff with us for competitions, camera bag, dog car seat. This little Rux box is what we keep all of our shoes in. We brought too many shoes. We barely worn any of them except for a couple. Gonna make that change when we are home next time. Little battery charging box. I have run power from the back, from those batteries up here to some USB outlets down here. Put in a little 1,000-watt inverter here for like when we need to work while we're on the go, charge laptops, that sort of thing. And then picked up this molly panel from Amazon. And so got some quick access soft shackles, little knife, can mount one. Eventually I'm gonna have a firearm up there. But yeah, that's been great. So that's pretty much the extent of our modifications to this. So from a, you know, how's this been to live in standpoint and to travel in and hit trails with, I genuinely think the Rossmonster Baja, the F350 platform, the fact that the roof lowers and raises about 18 inches, that whole combination is the best. I don't like the word compromise because that has some negative connotations. The best blend of off-road capability, because the Ford F350, it's still small enough to fit on most trails. When you get into like the larger 550 chassis, those become problematic as far as fitting on trails. But the F350 platform still fits on most trails. I've only had to turn around a few times because of trees encroaching. Most of it's from height, because I don't care about scratches, but I don't want to mess up my solar panels on top. It does have 600 watts of solar on the roof. I don't want to mess up my solar panels, so I'm cautious of that. But the Ford F350 comes with a factory rear locker, which I have had to use. I have pushed this thing off-road a lot more than most people will, a lot more than Kara wishes I had. But this thing has performed amazing off-road, and I've seen a lot more trails and been a lot more comfortable traveling in this long-term than, you know, if I was just trying to do it and work and live out of my Jeep. Obviously the Jeep is a lot more capable, but real happy with this. The interior space on this, plenty for us, super comfortable, gets us out of the elements, gets us, you know, so that I can work comfortably. The dogs have a space. It's really been, like I said, the best blend of, you know, off-road performance and comfortable living space. As long as we're on the road now, I can't imagine trying to do that in just a Gladiator and a rooftop tent. There's been way too many situations where that just would have been horribly miserable and a nightmare. But for what we're doing and the places we like to go, this is it. This is the perfect blend of off-road capability and being super comfortable while we're traveling. Can't get that with an RV. Way too big. You get more comfortable with an RV, but you're not going to get the off-road capability. Same thing with a van. You don't have the interior space in a van, and you don't have the off-road capability with a van. This makes a lot more sense than a van if you're going remotely off-road, or if you want interior space that's more than a van. So it just trumps a van all around. So after 1 year and a month and 40,000 miles, we are still super in love with this setup. We have had zero issues with this, except for a gummed up diesel heater, which Rossmonster replaced, no problem. Zero issues with the truck, zero issues with the suspension. I mean, really, after a year of I mean, some pretty good abuse and a whole lot of miles. We could not be happier. So there you go. Hopefully that answers some of the questions. Is this RV life? No. Is it van life? Definitely not. Though it gives us what we love about it, it gives us the freedom to just live wherever we want to. If we want to camp at a beautiful spot like this, we can. If we want to get down more trails, we can. If we want to pull into a campground, we can. If we want to pull into a rest stop or a gas station or Walmart parking lot, we can. In all of the travels that we have done in the last year, we've got one hotel room. Just one in the last year. And that says a lot. That's how comfortable this is. That's how much we love this thing. 40,000 miles, one hotel room. That's it. And that was because Kara wasn't feeling well. So, and struggling with her back, and it was just easier to get a hotel room instead of climbing in and out and driving her Jeep and stuff. So there you go. Tows the Gladiator great. I love this combination. Hopefully that's answered any questions you may have had. If you've got other questions, be sure and put them in the comments. I will be happy to answer them as best I can. And we're just going to keep adventuring on in the Rossmonster, towing the Gladiator, occasionally having Kara's Jeep with us. We're just gonna keep on. We're gonna keep on exploring, keep on filming, and keep on bringing you along with us wherever the Rossmonster and the Jeeps take us. So if you would, be sure and like, subscribe, hit the hype button if you will. We're pretty hyped up about the Rossmonster and can't wait to put all the miles on it as we continue to basically live full time out of this thing. Bunch of important links in the description. So go check those out. Discounts, Patreon link if you want to consider supporting the channel, supporting our adventures, gain access to all of our GPS data from our trips and special events that we have, like one we have coming up at Marist Adventure Park just for our patrons in November. So we're about to launch the registration page for that and let people start signing up for that. But that's a patron-only event. And for all of our merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.